Hi there, and God bless my replay viewers. I'm just testing this to make sure that somebody can see my hands. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Well, first thing you want to do is get help. I always ask that you please get help. Don't be afraid to get help. Ask your mom, dad, help me. Hang out with me so I can do this. And this right here is a YouTube video for Miss Janice. So what you want to do is you want to take one piece of paper. It doesn't really have to have lines on it yet, but in order to go over the alphabet song every time that we do a video, you want to make sure that you have your chart ready. And this is the first time I did this on Periscope, so I want to make sure that you can see. You want to fold this in half. This one piece of paper. This is also how I begin to teach algebra too, or fractions. You have one piece of paper, you fold it in half, you write a 1 at the top, you put a line. See this line right here? That's the fold. Put a line right there. And then you have two sides. So you write a 1, line, and 2. See, 1, and then you trace that line right there, and then you put a 2. Then you fold it in half again. You have one piece of paper. Still got that line, but now you have 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means it's 1/4. 1/4. One piece of paper, 4 squares is 1/4. That line is still there. You got to remember that line. You always have to write that line. You find out later that it'll equal dividing. That line means to divide. Then you want to make sure that these lines are real crisp, so that they will always fold for you. Then you want to fold it again. And how many squares do you think you have? If you said 8, you did very good. Okay, you pick the paper up, and you just want to make sure that it's really folded really good. Okay, so you have one piece of paper. Let's count the squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's one piece of paper with 8 squares, and you write, let me see if I can do it here. I see y'all trying to see my face. Here it looks like this. 1, 8. You have the one piece of paper, that line always stays there. And then you have an 8. Can you see it? There you go. And then if that was just in half, it would be one piece of paper with a 2 down the bottom. Then the second time it was that one piece of paper, the line with the 4 down the bottom. So we do it, fold it again and half again. We had 2, then we had 4, now we had 8. How many do you think it would be? Don't tell nobody. Well, okay, you can write it if you think you got it. You can text me. I like this paper. It folds easily. And don't forget, if you're looking at YouTube, and you see this, you can always pause it if you don't get it. But we're making this, so I figure I might as well teach you something else while we're making another chart. Okay, if you said 16, let's see if you said it right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Awesome. So you have one piece of paper. You still have that line in the middle, that line right there. And you have 16 squares, so it's 1/16. We're going to fold it one more time because we need enough. Remember, you want to make those lines nice and crisp, so you want to. I like making these graphs. I usually make them out of plain paper, but because we have this right here, it teaches us how to write on lines. And I told you that I'm going to make the graph on a lined paper so that you'll be copying basically what you see. And always remember, if you know how to make a capital I, a lowercase I, a capital O, and a lowercase o, that's the quickest way to learn how to write every letter and every number in the English language. I start with English, but I like to usually say Spanish too. And then you're well on your way to drawing, because if you know how to make an O, you know how to make a head. If you know how to make a lowercase I, you know how to make a neck. If you learn how to make this right here, which is the part of the O, you learn how to make shoulders. If you learn how to make the long line that's in the letter I, you know how to make arms. You know how to make this right here, which is the top, almost the whole O. You know how to make toes. You can draw. As long as you know how to make a capital I, a lowercase I, a capital O, a lowercase o, you will know how to make every number and every letter, and know how to draw signs and symbols. And reading, writing, and math all goes together. So you're going to have fun. You will very much have fun. Okay. So now that we folded it that last time, how many squares do you think you'll have? And this is the number we're going to learn how to write and count up to. Okay? I didn't see anybody type anything. I hope I didn't miss anything. Thank you so much for the hearts. That's me. See? Every time I do that, I get hearts. And you got to practice doing that, because when it comes to finding the letters, you're going to be tapping on your screen. Okay, I got it good. Let's count, and then we'll make sure that the squares are sturdy. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Did any one of you out there say 32? Not the parents. Well, you want to make you want to help your little ones to make a chart, and then you are going to write on the chart for them the alphabet and the first, I believe it's the first 6 numbers, and lowercase. Please write lowercase. I'm going to stop probably after I get done with this chart, because one of the first things that you want to do is have this all ready. And the reason being, I hope you can see the A. Let me see if I can see it. Oh, I'm stalled over here, but I'm not stalled here. Oh, I can see it now. Hey, I can see me. Anyway, so when I get to this A part, and then the line goes down like this, so you want to be able to make it big enough so that they can trace it with their little fingers. Okay? So thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad. Thanks, Grandma. Thanks, Big Sis. Thanks, Big Brother. Whoever's helping you. And you just want to make it big enough for their little fingers to trace. Okay? If you want to, and the next B. So you just want to make it, and you want to make it big enough in these squares. And give them some, get them, can you practice making smiley faces? So you can give them some big smiley faces. But you want to just keep folding, like, and making it nice and crisp. I like this paper right here. This is regular lined paper. If you're a big sister or big brother and you get it out of your notebook, just tell them I got this out of my notebook just for you. So you're making a finger tracing chart. And then another thing we do, once it gets on here, this chart is good for a lot of stuff, but a lot of things, a lot of classes. But once we get the finger chart part, then we go over to A, B, C, D, and then they'll say A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, A, B. And what I'll do is I started off teaching just like I just did, but then I go A, B, C, D. And one of the things I ask, or I really would, like for the parents to do, is to put the alphabet at the bottom of the screen, or put the letters at the bottom of the screen, or the words, or the caption, that's what it's called, at the bottom of the screen of the TV if they like it. And it would teach them to read faster. Just think about it. We as grown-ups usually don't like the words at the bottom of the screen because we read the words instead of watching the movie. Well, youth do the same thing, or young people do the same thing. They look at the words, and normally they usually know what the movie is saying. For example, if it's The Lion King, they usually, oh, can I see The Lion King? Can I see Lion King? Can I see Lion King? They ask. I don't know what's their favorite movies now, so I'm just making an example. And then after they do that, then what happens is they can basically tell you what Simba said, or whoever the character is in the movie said. Then after they tell you what the character in the movie said, they usually go over it by saying things like, well, so-and-so said this, so-and-so said that. But they will be realizing that they're reading it at the end of, instead of, you will realize that they're reading it instead of basically talking and telling you what is being said. So I ask that you please put the words on the bottom of the screen. I ask that. Well, like I said, I'm going to have to go. I made the chart. And then when I come back, I will have the letters written on this chart. And then once I have the letters written, we'll begin. Okay, you have a blessed day, and thank you so much for joining me. Okay, bye for now.